Hey guys, Eli here, and on today's video I want to go into an in-depth video on how to buy silver. If you're new to buying silver, I want to go over everything that you guys should actually want to know before you actually buy silver. So we're going to be talking about reasons you may want to buy. We're going to be talking about if you're looking to stack weight or if you're looking for value, how where you live can actually affect the prices that you may pay when you're buying gold and or silver, shipping, the best types of silver you should buy, and much more. And we're starting now. Guys, if you guys love to talk about personal finance and mindset and you guys want to help support the Urban Lifestyle channel, start now by hitting that subscribe button, hit that notification icon so you guys get future notifications of my future videos. And if you're part of the thumbs up squad, make sure you guys show up on this video and smash that like button. It's really appreciated and helps get this video out to more eyeballs. And make sure you guys comment your thoughts down in the comments below. And if you guys want to help support the channel even more, consider becoming a member of this here channel, have tons of exclusive content, and make sure you guys take advantage of the free resources down in the description below. And if you guys want to join the conversation and talk to like-minded people just like yourself, make sure you guys join the Urban Wealth Creation Discord. I'm going to have the link down in the pinned comments below. We have a tab on there where we talk about gold and silver, so make sure you guys stop by and say hi. Now, let's say you're new to buying silver and you're just learning about gold and silver, and you're like, hey, you know what? What is the first thing that you guys need to know? Now, I do believe the first thing that you guys need to know is why and what reason do you want to buy in the first place? Now, in my opinion, I do personally believe that there's only two reasons that people may want to buy silver. And the first reason is you want to make money, and the second reason is you want to protect your money. Some people want to buy silver at a reasonable price and then go ahead and flip it and make profit from it, but some people want to buy silver because they feel like silver will protect themselves from inflation, and as the value of the dollar goes down, the value of silver shall rise. Now, you really have to understand why do you want to buy silver. If you want to make money, I do believe that there's better ways to make money versus silver, but you can make money too. It's just you have to understand a lot of stuff when it comes to silver stacking. Now, in my opinion, again, I do believe if you're buying silver to protect your wealth, then I believe that's the best way, because then you sort of look at it like an insurance policy. I mean, you work hard for your money, and over time, due to the feds keep printing out more money, it's going to devalue the money that you've been saving for the past couple of years. But if you take that money and you put it into silver, the value of that silver should rise up as inflation devalues the money. So now that you understand the reason that you may want to buy silver, the next thing you got to focus on is spot price. Now, spot price is pretty much the price that it actually costs to mine the silver out the ground. And 9 times out of 10, you're not going to actually pay spot price for the silver. So that focuses on the next price you're going to have to pay, which is the premium price. And the premium price is just pretty much the dollar amount that a given company is going to put onto that spot price when they sell the precious metal to you so they can profit from it. So one of the best example I like to give is, let's say this phone actually costs $100 to make. That's the spot price of this phone. But then it has to go through different hands, and each hand that it passed, they bring up the price a little bit more just so they can make a profit from it. So by the time it gets to you, you have to pay a premium price on this phone to make sure that the middleman makes profit from it. Now, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have to pay a premium on every silver that you buy. But there are some times when you can actually buy silver at, or even rare, below spot. Okay, so now that you understand the prices when it comes to spot and premium price, next thing you gotta ask yourself is, how do you want your stack to look? Do you want to stack silver based on weight, or do you want to stack silver based on value? Now, if you want to buy a whole bunch of silver and just stack up on weight, you may want to look for the cheapest silver that you can actually get. Typically, that would be things like rounds and bars. Since those are the type of silver that's actually privately mint, they don't have that much of a premium on them, but at the same time, you may find them a little bit harder to sell. If not, you'll get a little bit less when it comes time to actually selling them, due to the fact that most of them are unrecognizable. But hey, silver is silver, and you would be buying silver based off the fact that it's silver, not based on the fact that it has a design on it. But if you want to go into value stack, that's pretty much where you're going to find silver a little bit more expensive, but it retains its value due to the fact that a lot of people may recognize it. Now, that can be things like coins and silver that has been minted by a well-known brand. Now, the difference between a coin and a round is, a round is typically, like I said before, is practically made by a private company or an individual, while a coin is actually made by the government and actually has a dollar value to it. You can actually have an ounce of silver that says this is worth $1, and you can actually go to a store and actually buy with that silver $1's worth of goods. But please don't be tricked, because that silver is worth more than $1. and it's actually illegal for a round made by a private company or an individual like myself to actually say that this silver is worth any amount of dollar value, because it has no legal tender value, while a coin do have a legal tender value. Now, before you buy any silver, you have to ask yourself, where do you live? Now, depending on the state that you live in, you may have to pay a little bit more of a sales tax when it comes to buying silver. For example, I live in Florida, we don't have to pay no sales tax. So if I were to buy silver down here in Florida for myself versus somebody who lives in Baltimore who's buying silver, they would have to pay that much more. Now, the first thing I would do is, whatever state you're in, I'll go on Google's and type in, does this state have to pay sales tax when buying silver? And you'll typically get your answer here. And even the country that you live in, the prices can be a little bit higher or cheaper. Due to the fact that I live in the US, I typically find silver as close to spot as possible, where somebody who lives in England may have to pay $10 over spot. On top of that, possibly pay taxes as well. Now, this is very important because the amount you pay, if you're looking at it as a one-time purchase, then you may want to deal with it. But if you're looking to keep on purchasing throughout a larger span of time, it can be very costly. If you were to place 100 orders within the span of 10 years, and you have to spend an additional $5 to $10 within each order, that can cost you an additional $500 to $1,000. That's not really going to the silver that you're buying, and it's going off to pay taxes, premiums, and other fees. Now we go into our next topic, where should you buy? Now, there are multiple places where you can buy, such as local coin shop, online bullion dealers, and people on a community online, pawn shops. Now, the best place I would say that you can actually buy is the local coin shop, because you can actually build a relationship with the local coin shop, get to know them, and probably get your silver a little bit cheaper. But of course, a lot of people don't have a local coin shop. So the next best thing would have to be an online bullion dealer. And you can actually go to comparesilverprices.com and find the cheapest online bullion dealer out there, depending on the silver that you may want to buy. The next best one is people online through a community such as Instagram, people that's well trusted, people that have sold to the community before and has a well-known reputation for selling silver. Now, the reason this one is third and not second is because you can find some people that may not have the best intentions. And last but definitely not least, you can actually go to a pawn shop. Now, this one I would typically say, if you're brand new, stay away from pawn shops unless you know exactly what you're looking for and at what price. You can typically find a good deal, but I wouldn't sell or buy from a pawn shop. 9 times out of 10, they will rip you off. Now we go into the best way to pay for your silver. Now, you have options such as cash, e-check, debit, or credit card. The best way I believe that you can actually buy is cash. Reason being is because there is no paper trail. Nobody knows that you're buying gold and silver. Now, the next best way to pay, especially when you're buying online, is through e-check. That's when they automatically take the money straight from your account using your bank account and router number. Now, doing it that way, you typically avoid paying a processing fee. Now, if you're paying with a debit or credit card, typically that's when you have to pay the processing fee. And the processing fee can range from any given number depending on the company that you're purchasing from. It can be 3%, it can be 5%. But remember, if you're going to continuously buy, that 3 to 5% will always add up to your purchase. But some people may find benefits using a credit card because their credit card can actually pay them cash back or rewards for actually buying their purchase through a credit card. So you would have to play around with that. Now we talk about shipping. If you're buying online, of course, there's a shipping fee. But with most online dealers, if your order is over $100, the shipping would typically be free. And this is with specific online bullion dealers. Some of them you may just have to pay a shipping fee regardless. Now we talk about the best types of silver to buy. And in my opinion, I do believe that 1 ounce silver is the best type of silver to buy because it typically would be easier to sell, but it's always good to remember everything over an ounce, the higher an ounce you go, the cheaper you'll pay in premiums typically. And anything under an ounce, you would have to pay a little bit more on the premiums. So that's why I stick away from fractional stuff and I only deal with an ounce. Now we talk about where to keep it. More specifically, I'll say in a safe, but make sure it's hard just in case if anybody were to break into your house, it wouldn't be as easy for them to just find. A lot of people may keep it in a safety deposit box, but me personally, I don't like that option because what if the bank's closed, or what happens when the bank goes out of business? What happens if the bank is robbed? There's no insurance on your safety deposit box. And there are also private storage companies that actually charges you to actually hold your silver, but then that's like you adding a little bit more to your premiums as well. So just keep in mind, somewhere safe and not easily accessible. Now, some people may be asking, what if I buy silver and the prices go down? Now, if you're in a category where you're buying silver to make money, this can be bad for you. But if you're in a category where you're preserving your money, this can actually be good for you, because now you can actually buy more of it for cheaper. When I first started buying silver, I started buying when it was at $18. And it went all the way as low as $13. And in between 18 to 13, I was buying it all up. And now the price of silver at the time of this recording averages anywhere between $25 to $28. And I was able to buy more for a little bit cheaper while I was dollar cost averaging. Now, let's talk about your exit strategy. I do believe that knowing when you want to sell your silver is a good place to start, especially if you ever come into an emergency where you may have to sell to actually take care of that emergency. Now, that's why I said build a great relationship with your local coin shop, because 9 times out of 10, he would give you the best price for your buck. But also, having an online presence is a great way, because you can typically sell back the silver to the people that want it within the community, just in case you're ever in a bind and you need to sell. So I'll say join communities that love to talk about gold and silver and purchase them as well, and make sure you're a trusted figure within that community where people will trust you enough to buy from you. But that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Hopefully you found this video valuable, and if you did, make sure you guys leave that thumbs up. And if you guys have any other questions, make sure you guys comment down in the comments below. But before I go, here is a word from our sponsor. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and have a beautiful day.
Oh, that's why